Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole bringing you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on what time you are watching this live. Hello, crew. Hope all is well. We are back with Inmate to Roommate. Okay, we're back now. This is episode 6. Hello, Yuli. Hey, Nini. Hey, Leo. Hey, Vivian. Yes. Episode 6. I would say this was like a filler episode, in my opinion. If I had to rate this episode, I would give it a D. It wasn't that good to me. Um, Definitely gives background on people's past and especially relationships or whatever, especially when it comes to Aaron's child. I thought that was definitely a good background. However, some people are getting on my nerves. And then at the same time, I'm thinking that Cindy, aka Misery, has met her match when it comes to manipulation. Because in my opinion, right now, both of them are manipulators, but we'll definitely get into that. So this was a filler episode before all of the drama really happens next week, and probably hopefully the episodes even after that, because next week definitely seems very interesting. So yes, I give it a D. I'll give it a D. So with that being said, let's get into it with Inmate to Roommate season 2, episode 6. That was all a lie. All right. So I wish they would have better photos on this show. Like, I shouldn't have to try to find them online or take pictures and like manipulate it. Like, it's just too damn much. Hey, Shayla girl. So let's get started with this one. Okay. So we have good old freaking Aaron, and we have David. Okay. And David has allowed Aaron to have a barbecue, cookout, or whatever the case may be for his friends, especially his daughter. Okay. So we find out that, he has a decent support system, which is quite interesting, because for him to have this support system, why in the hell couldn't he stay with any of them? It makes you really wonder. He literally had about 4 or 5 guys that came over, a girl that came over, all claiming they're a good support system, but he is staying with a complete stranger. So that should tell you right there what we're dealing with when it comes to Aaron. Yes. That laugh that David does, his smile too. He kind of got that like evil clown like smile, like even in this picture. What's up, Ruby? Hope all is well. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way in. So with that, interesting enough, this is one thing I will say when it comes to, hey, Indigo, when it comes to Aaron's friends. Even one of Aaron's friends was kind of hesitant when they were talking, and pretty much almost implying to me that Aaron always is a F up, and they're kind of expecting him to still F up and ruin this situation. So it definitely didn't give the vibes that, as much as they want him to be better, the vibes that I got is that they feel like he's not going to be better. That's the vibes I got. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that. But to me, it definitely seemed like, hey, if he gets back to his old ways, David is in a lot of trouble. And I was just like, well, damn. Okay, so much for having faith, but that probably explains why he can't stay with any of them. So with that, we actually see Aaron's daughter, and I feel so bad for her. You guys, I feel so bad for her, because she really gets down to the nitty gritty about how Aaron has pretty much been in and out of her life. I think she said she met her father at 11 years old. She hadn't even met him before that. She decided to write him a letter when he was in prison. And instead of him, of course, embracing it and really trying to work on a relationship, he kind of was like, I don't want to hear this. And this is the wrong place for me to hear how you feel about me, and kind of dismissed her feelings. She also said that whatever home environment she had, she was hoping that her environment with her father would be better. She was saying that the promises that he made, she would be so happy because hoping that that situation would be better, but he never kept his promises. So she definitely has been through a lot. And I felt like, in my opinion, Aaron was playing on for the cameras. In my opinion, I think that because he knew the cameras was there, he was trying to say all the right things, and I don't think she was feeling it at all whatsoever. And she even got to a point where she was like, you know what, I want to end this conversation now. I think she also knew that her father was bullshitting her. I give it an A and F because every inmate that was up there was disrespectful. For real. So yeah, so definitely it's a sad situation to see. He claimed he's going to do better. His friends don't feel hopeful, and based on the next episode, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what David has gotten himself into. And unfortunately, since he already pretty much called himself a liberal racist, I would hope that whatever is possibly about to happen, he won't use that as a reason to become a liberal racist again. But we shall see. So that was pretty much the end of it when it came to that situation. But yeah, his friends don't seem really hopeful. And that just tells me it's because he's a constant F up. Exactly. She did want to say more because I think she felt like her father was gaslighting her for the cameras. I do. I really do think that was the case. Party done. Someone must have. Oh my gosh. Really, Lansky? Oh my gosh. So yeah, so that was the end of that situation. Next episode, though, it looks really juicy. This fool takes the car and disappears, okay? And it's David's car. So, I mean, it's not like, Aaron's name is on the car. So, in other words, pretty much that's kind of like theft. But we'll see what happens. So, moving on. Whew. Talk about an entitled asshole. Devin is on my last nerves. But guess what? Devin's family is on my last nerves too. So Kathy goes to pick up Devin from the jail, and guess who shows up? Devin's grandmother, Penny. So she lives clearly in the same town or the same area as Kathy and Daniel. So at the end of the day, I was just like, why? This is, to me, I would be hesitant to take someone in and their own family doesn't want to take them in. That would be a red flag for me. But again, Penny is close enough to drive up to the jail to meet Kathy there. But before that, Kathy calls Devin's sister and asks again, like, well, who paid for his bail? And the sister said, I did. Now, mind you, last episode, she said she didn't know who paid for his bail. So she a damn liar, just like Devin is. They all manipulating the hell out of Daniel and damn Kathy. I was just like, why would you lie to them like that and say at first you didn't know, but then you are the one who's bailing him out? So you're an enabler just like your grandmother is. So she admits that she is bailing him out and he's really convincing. In my opinion, she bailed him out because she don't have to deal with him and he's going to stay down there in Texas. So they're waiting for him. Oh, what's up, Yuli? So they're waiting for him, and the grandmother is crying because she was just like, I've gone through so much with him, and she said, he's really gonna have to hit rock bottom. And I'm like, how is he gonna hit rock bottom when there's clearly always someone there to save his ass? From his sister to you to now Daniel and Kathy, but they decide that he's going to go to a sober living house. He's not going to anyone's house. He's going to the sober living house. So the grandmother Devin comes out. Devin comes out of the jail, and you can tell he looks rough as hell, like he hasn't slept. And so when he comes out, He just walks out, barely says anything, damn near leaves them there like, I got to get up out of here. And I'm like, you entitled POS? Like, are you freaking kidding me? To the point where his own grandmother was like, where you going? Like, help me up. He was just a complete entitled asshole. And so he helps her up and he's like, I'm getting out of here. And he was like, well, where am I going? Am I going to the sober living house? And they're like, yeah. He gets in the car and he has this whole attitude with Kathy. Just a complete asshole. Just so rude. And he's like, you guys left me. You guys kicked me out. You guys, and I'm thinking, like, how did they kick you out when you weren't even there 24 hours? They told you the rules and you decided to kick your own self out by getting high. I'm confused. So he's just doing that woe is me nonsense. And I was over it. And I'm like, y'all really need to let him hit rock bottom. Like, I would definitely, just like, he needs to separate yourself at this point, because he's never going to get it if someone is always going to be there to pick him back up. The fact that he was just so damn rude to Kathy, and Kathy and Daniel have opened up their homes. They have also had their own sobriety issues. You know what I'm saying? They've had their own issues. So they would have been the best people to help him. And he's just like, you guys kicked me out. You weren't there for me. And I'm like, shut the hell up. You're a spoiled, entitled brat. Someone was always there to clearly cater to your sorry ass. Hey, Dad, a sober house is exactly what he should have been in the first place. There it is. There it is. Bingo. Right here. He should have never been able to go into someone's house. It should have went straight from the prison to a sober house. You're absolutely right. All this money they've been spending on him, they should have put him in a sober living house. Absolutely. Child, his only positive is that he's going to a halfway house, because, child, he would have never returned. Exactly. Devin would have been walking to that sober living house because he was, yes, just so rude. Just so rude. I would reconsider that friendship, because who sets their friends up like that? Exactly. I said that before. And Daniel has health issues. We don't know if Kathy has health issues, but we know Daniel does. At the end of the day, absolutely not. And the grandmother walking with a cane, I'm like, you shouldn't even want to do something like that. The only way that it was something that I guess Daniel and Kathy only considers because maybe they need the money, but they look comfortable. So there's no way. There is no way. What's up, Vanessa? So yeah, he left on his own. Exactly. He figured out where the trap house were ASAP. Exactly. Which probably he probably was still doing it in prison. He probably was. He definitely is an ingrate. That is for sure. Just so disrespectful. So disrespectful. So literally, like, at that point, I was over, Devin. I don't feel sorry for you. You need to grow the hell up. And like Kathy said, it's like you need to get to a point where you are serious about this. And I don't think he's there. And maybe he's not there because he always has grandma and sister ready to take care of him. Where are his parents at? Where are his parents? Maybe they're around. They just didn't want to be on TV. But I'm like, where the hell is his parents? So it's just, I'm so tired of the Devin, freaking Eddie Kane Jr. This generation, they're so ungrateful and so disrespectful. It just doesn't make any sense. So that was the end of that. In my opinion, let him figure it out on his own. Let him hit rock bottom. Let him appreciate what they have done for him. The only way he can appreciate that is when he doesn't have it anymore. Period. That's just what it is. So moving on from that nonsense. Why they not showing the star of the show? I'm glad they didn't show the star of the show this episode. Because having him every single, because I already know you're talking about Eddie Kane Jr., having him every single week, and Annalisa or whatever, Annalise, hell no. Absolutely not. I needed a break from them. So this is another one who's getting on my nerve. She's getting on my nerves. Like, getting on my last nerves, okay? Emily and Jason. And I'll explain why. So Emily and Jason. Emily, for whatever reason, wants her rent ASAP. Mind you, this man has only been out of jail 48 hours. Now, I don't know what he promised her or what the agreement was, but my guess is anyone who just got out of prison more than likely is not going to have their rent money within 2 days. Hell, people who are not in prison, who work a 9 to 5 every day, probably not going to have rent money within 48 hours unless they're getting paid within that 48 hours. So I found that to be very realistic. And for someone who is super anal, because she's coming off super anal, super paranoid, which she should be super anal and super paranoid because she had identity theft. But someone like that, why do you have a felon in your house? Like, why? At this point, if you're going to be that anal, just get him out of your house. Get a second job. And she mentioned in this episode that she has had 3 children. Where are her kids? Like, where are her children at? Like, why aren't they helping her? Or maybe she needs to move in with one of them. So at that point, she speaks to Jason about a pit bull rescue to see about a possible job. And at that point, he was like, yeah, okay, sure, let's go do it. She takes him to the park, and come to find out, there's no job in that. It's on a voluntary basis. And he was like, she's wasting my time. And I said, I'm going to have to agree with that one. Like, at least with the rest of them, when they said that there was a job or there was something on the table, it was actually legit. Why are you taking him there and you don't even know if there's a possible job opportunity, especially when you claim you need your rent right away? He was so annoyed by her constantly talking in the car. Baby, he was chewing that gum like his stress level and his blood pressure was on high. The way he was chewing that gum, he was just like, if this woman don't shut up, because she just kept talking and talking and talking. And I was just like, child, at this point, as much as I don't trust him and he looks crazy, I could see how Emily can annoy the hell out of me. Like, I really could. And so at that point, he has a friend that comes over. Okay, the friend comes on the damn bike and he comes to give Jason money. So he gives him money because apparently this friend owed Jason money. Then, all of a sudden, this man says, hey man, do you mind if I use the bathroom? Because I gotta take a shit. Excuse me? Excuse, I don't know. Maybe because of where I'm from, but who literally asks a friend, look, do you mind if I use your bathroom? Because I gotta take a ish. Yeah, what? Can we start with the number one first? Like, you literally. So he said, Jason said she kind of hard. uh he kind of was like, she kind of a hard, sell. Let me go see if I can tell her. And I said, oh my gosh. And he said, look, my friend got to use the restroom. Can he use the restroom? She's like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And let's be clear, I don't blame her in that situation. Now, I'm sure she didn't hear that he needed to take a ish, but at the same time, your bathroom, like, nah, especially when you don't know him. But here's the problem that I had, and I think I heard her say this, and y'all let me know. She said, absolutely not. I don't know who this con is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, did she just call him a con? Well, then again, if that's the case, why do you have these people in your house? Why do you have this man in your house? And he knows where I live. If you're that paranoid, baby, you're going to have to downsize your life. Get an apartment, lower your rent, or if that is your home that you bought, sell your home, because it just doesn't make any sense how you are so desperate for money, but then so paranoid at the same time. Yeah, literally ain't no way in the world. First of all, I got family members. First of all, family There's some family members who can't come in my house and go to the bathroom, and that's even the number one. Oh, that scene when that happened, all I could think about was Friday. Mr. Jones, can I use your bathroom? What you gotta do? A number one or a number two? A number two. Oh, hell nah. Ain't no dookie up in here. Ain't no dookie up in here. Ain't no ding along up in here. The only one who's gonna be shitting up in here is gonna be me. That's exactly the vibe. Like, who says that? Who says you need to take a shit and you actually think someone about to open up their door for you to do that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is so disrespectful. And that's why I said maybe because of where I'm from, maybe some of y'all don't mind, but I mind. I mind. I got cousins. If they came at me like that, I would be like, there's a gas station. yeah, you gonna have to hold it in, squeeze real tight because you ain't coming up in here. Absolutely not. So yeah, when he said that, she was like, absolutely not. But she called him a con, I think. And I was like, girl, like you're annoying the hell out of me at this point. He gives her the money. And of course, she's like, oh, thank you. She grabbed that money real fast. She's like, I don't know where this money came from. It could come from, you know what I'm saying, selling stuff. It could come from, something illegal. Then why the hell are you taking the money? Why are you taking the money? I'm over Emily because I feel like at this point, you're just nagging. And so if it's really that serious where you don't trust him, which I wouldn't have trust him, that's the first thing I said. Why would you, if you've had identity theft, have someone in your house that has literally served time for that? He shouldn't even be in your house. But if you were willing to allow him in the house, you're going to have to lay off. The women's situation, I totally get. But just constantly the nagging, it makes no sense. And the fact that you want rent ASAP, girl, absolutely not. Like, where did you think? Like, you thought you was getting someone who actually has a 9-to-5 who needs a room? That's not what you're getting. You know what I'm saying? So literally, I could not believe he said that. I could not believe y'all still talking about when he said he needed to take a shit. As he should have stopped somewhere first to do that before he exactly. I just could not believe he said that. She was questioning where it came from, but took it. Exactly. She took the money. Exactly. That's why I was like, make up your mind on what you want. Make up your mind. It's always a no if you tell me you need. Thank you. Okay, so I'm not the only one. You just don't sit up there and ask me. I have felt so. I remember one time this guy came over my house and he went to the bathroom and we thought he was just in there doing the number one, but he did something else and we felt so disrespected. We was like, how dare you? Like, how dare you do this in the house? I just feel like it's the ultimate disrespect. And I understand sometimes you gotta go, but we better not know you did. That's what we do know. We better not know you did. And that's just what it is. So, and yes, so then at that point, he got a new scallywag over. And you know, I'm starting to think these girls, like, do they really like him or do they know that he's on TV? Because I'd be damned. But then again, I don't know. I don't know what the scene is in Minneapolis. But with that, he ends up inviting some girl over and she, walks in, they do their thing. And the next thing you know, Emily comes home and she sees these random wedge sandals in her living room. If you ask me, I think production put them damn sandals there blatantly. So it's not like tattletelling, but it is kind of telling. I think they put them there because I'm like, did she really take off them shoes right before she went into the room? Like, it just didn't add up to me. But she knocks on his door and she's like, absolutely not. I told you, do not have people over here. And hopefully, lady, you'll do better, but you got to get the hell up out of my house. And what scares me about him is the way that he covers his eyes and his face when he's trying to explain his, I guess, reasoning behind it. I've been in jail for 3 years. Like, I feel like he hides his face because he's about to morph into something else. Because it's like the fact that when she questioned him, he's hiding his face and having it like all covered up in his arms. I'm just like, I think if she really saw how he looked, she would be scared as hell, because we saw that damn prison picture and he definitely don't look like he's a nice guy. So let him tell it, though. He's going to keep pushing until he gets his way. We'll see about that. We will definitely see about that. Let me see what you guys are saying. He paid $500, couldn't even. Let me tell you something. I would have took the money too and said, there's a gas station down the street. Child, she took the money. She can't get rid of him that easily. Exactly. I think after we have become more aware of things. This was before that. I've always felt disrespected when people do that. I do. Like, I really do. Because to me, when you do that, I got to clean my bathroom all over again. Like, no. It's a no for me. Scallywag was valid. How is he pulling them? That's what I want to know. Because he on TV, I would be scared living with him. Right. It is. Isn't it, Dab? Isn't it very weird? It is very weird to do that. It just, to me, it's like you're trying to hide your facial expressions for a reason. Like, I feel like without him covering his face, he'll probably turn in like to Ted Bundy or something. It bothers me he doesn't shower before he has someone come over for freaky tales. He freshens up like a $5 hooker. He sure does. That's why he got scallywags over there. So yeah, I thought he was gonna snap when yeah. He hide his face for a reason. He don't want her to see the true thing coming out, everything coming out. And she mentioned one of her dogs passing. I could have sworn I saw that dog in the living room when that scallywag came over. So I'm wondering if that was the same dog or a different dog that passed. But someone did bring it up in the chat. It's interesting that she claims that she's so broke, but she does have animals, because animals are pricey. They can be very, very expensive. Okay, so I don't see how she's doing if she claimed that she's so, yeah. And you know what? Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm about to be off topic. Did you guys watch that show on Netflix? That's The Worst Roommate Ever. They have the first episode last year. They got the first season last year. They have the second season out. The second season is even crazier. Oh my gosh. Y'all let me know if y'all want to review that. It's only 4 episodes, but when I tell you, oh my gosh, this second season is mind-blowing. I literally sat through the whole freaking thing. Like, I just couldn't believe these stories. I couldn't. And I guess watching Inmate to Roommate, Worst Roommate Ever, you guys got to check it out. You have to check it out. It is really a good show. You think I should review it, Nene? I think, because when I tell you, I was mind blown, especially that hand that rocks the cradle vibe. Oh my gosh. So you guys watch the second season and we'll definitely review it then if that's the case. All the episodes was crazy. All of them was crazy. I have to watch that show on Netflix. I knew it was coming. I have to check it out. Check it out, Leo. Check it out. Okay, bet. We'll review it. As a matter of fact, okay, so I'm saying this now. Review the second season of Worst Roommate Ever. This week coming up, we'll start to review. Maybe we'll do like episodes 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 another live. So we're going to start next week. I still have to do y'all really want me to do my power review? I don't think y'all do. I've been stalling because I'm sick of this shit. But yeah, please watch Worst Roommate Ever second season. We can talk about it. It is so good. It is so good. I'm telling you. Dog was like, look, exactly. The dog was like, ain't this some shit? Like, he got more guests than my mama done ever had. Need splashing water on his face. Exactly. And clean his armpits. He didn't even sit up there and go down in that area to clean. Like, ugh. So yeah, so we're definitely gonna, if that's the case, you guys want me to review it, we'll definitely talk about it. It's really good, y'all. It's really good. So with that being said, she goes off on him. But yeah, to me, Jason got another side to him. It's not just manipulation. It's almost kind of like one of those episodes in Worst Roommate Ever that he'll snap, like straight up snap. So yeah, definitely I'm afraid for her, but at the same time she's annoying me. Like if you're that paranoid, don't have an inmate as a roommate. It's just that simple. So moving on. This was a quick episode. So let's talk about it, shall we? Because this is the last one. Dang, I went through this pretty fast, y'all. Isn't Jason gonna get into a fight? A fight with who? Who he get into a fight with? You talking about the next episode? Probably the next episode, maybe. I don't know, but I thought the next episode he pretty much said he's gonna keep nagging her until he gets what he wants. But we'll see about that. But moving on. But yes, I think Yuli said the same thing. He can't get rid of her. She can't get rid of him that easy. He's already paid for a month's worth of rent. So it is what it is. But he's fighting with someone. He's actually physically fighting with someone. I would like to see that because he gives me vibes that he's a shit talker, but he's not a fighter. But we'll see. Because then again, you know what I'm saying? We'll see about that. But let's get to Misery, aka Cindy. So Cindy's friend is Angela, who was the one who actually has been sober. She is the one who took apparently Jennifer to detox. And she says the way that it happened, at least the way that Jennifer explained it to her, is that she ended up finding a pipe that was rolled into a t-shirt. And that's all it took for her to relapse. And Cindy says she doesn't understand how and why she relapsed. And we all know, like, you don't know because you that damn delusional that you possibly pushed her over the edge. You don't understand. Okay, bitch. So then Cindy claims that she's worried about Jennifer. In my personal opinion, she's not worried about Jennifer for the right reasons. She's worried about Jennifer because that is her lapdog. I need for you to still do stuff for me, and I need for you to help me pay these bills. So that's why I'm worried. Am I going to have to try to find someone else? Because clearly she doesn't have anyone else. So at that point, she ends up speaking to Jennifer. And so they're on the phone, and Jennifer says, I have to tell you something. I didn't relapse. And I was like, at first I kind of chuckled. I ain't gonna even lie to you. And the reason why I chuckled because I was like, you drove her so crazy that she was willing to say that she relapsed just to get away from you. Okay. I was like, this is insane. And this just shows how much you are driving someone crazy. But then I had to think about it. And I'm like, do y'all actually believe her? I mean, we do know that she took a test later on, but I don't know what she possibly used and how quick it can come out of her system. Do you guys believe her? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I don't know. But with that, at that point, she was just like, look, I was overwhelmed, and I definitely, I'm thinking, like, if you were that overwhelmed, why couldn't you just leave on your own accord? Like, did you feel like just saying I need a break and sleeping even in your car or going somewhere was going to cause Cindy to kick you out of the house? Like, I'm a little confused. But she sits up there and she's like, I want to come back. But she also said that she ain't got no place to go. She claims she went to her brother's house, but she can't stay at her brother's house. She clearly can't stay with her mother. So yeah, she was like, I want to come back. And so Cindy says, well, if you come back, you're going to have to take a test. And she said, that's fine. Baby, Jennifer came literally whenever, I'm assuming is the next day, and she had the test in her hand. She said, here you go. She said, let me read it for you. Let me show you what it means, what it represents, and how it has all the different substances that you can test for. And she said, you can actually watch me do the number one. Okay. You can actually watch me just like a PO would. I'm shocked that they could both fit in that bathroom, but they were able to. They were able to fit in that bathroom together. She ended up doing the test, and we find out that she was, in fact, negative. So it's possible that she faked it. But I'm like, damn, that's some manipulative. Like, I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Like, straight up, how you feel about the fact? I understand that Cindy is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but how do you feel about the fact that she woke up that woman in the middle of the night, even called Cindy's friend and faked this whole thing just to get away and go to a brother's house? Mind you, though, they said that Angela took her to the sober house. So if Angela took you to the sober house, you didn't drive yourself. So how did you go from there to your brother's house? I don't know, y'all. Hey, Alicia. I don't know. And I almost feel like Cindy has met her match because we know that Cindy is a major manipulator her damn self. So I feel like she's met her match for real, for real. And I don't know. I don't know how I would feel about that. I don't know how I would feel about someone freaking me out in the middle of the night, waking me up, talking about they don't relapse, call my friend over, my friend go through all of that to take them somewhere so you know what I'm saying, they can detox, and then just come to find out, oh, it's all fake. Like, I don't know. That is some cuckoo for Cocoa Puff shit, my damn self. I don't know. Yeah, she does want a caregiver. She was like, I'm worried about her. No, you worried about the fact that she ain't gonna be able to get your groceries and be able to do stuff for you and help you in that house of horrors. Like, seriously, first fake relapse I've ever seen on TV, for real. For real. I know Jennifer was like, damn, I have to come back to this hoarder. She ain't got no choice. She said she ain't got no place to go. If I think she thought maybe I can go see if my brother would allow me to stay there. Once she realized her brother was going to allow her, she had no choice but to go back to Cindy. Had she had another place that she could go, she would have. She said she went to the brother's house, but she said she couldn't stay there because that's where she used to do all of her dirty work. I got a feeling she can't be at her brother's house because she just can't be at her brother's house. You know what I mean? I believe it. She faked it good. She got to get back to slaving at the hoarder home. Told Jennifer, if you don't get your ass back here because you're on contract. That's exactly. I feel Jennifer was a bit manipulative in the instance because why I could just leave for a while and take some break. Right. Because my whole thing is when you're talking about someone who is an addict, I would think that would be the worst thing that you would want to admit and know that you're lying. You know what I mean? Like, that's the worst thing, is to tell someone that you relapsed and you already have issues with that. You've lost your kids because of it. To me, I was like, well, that's the worst damn thing to compare. Like, why would you do that? Like, that just didn't make any sense to me. But maybe that's just me. I thank God I've never had those, type of addiction issues. But I just don't feel like that would be the best thing to admit. I don't know. And you're a grown woman. Like, you could just be out all day and she really can't do anything to you unless she's that crazy to where if you were out and she didn't know where you was, she was going to kick you out or something. And I can believe that with her too, because she cray. Jennifer needs to learn how to cope with anxiety. That is true. That is definitely true, Yuli. That's probably why she went down that rabbit hole of substances in the first place. Jennifer was desperate for an escape plan. She knew saying she relapsed was the instant way out. Right. But good grief. What happened to the guy that connected Jennifer and Cindy? We haven't seen him since. Oh, yeah. And that's the thing. See that, and again, that guy, this I said, pick your friends wisely, because that guy was trying to do everything he could to make sure that he didn't have to deal with Cindy no more. So he said, Jennifer, here you go. You see what I'm saying? Like, here you go. Because even Jennifer was kind of hesitant, like, do you think this is going to be a good fit? And he didn't want to say absolutely not, because to say absolutely not means that he would still have to deal with Cindy and be her caregiver. So it's quite interesting. And my issue with Cindy also is that to me she comes off like she's looking down on Jennifer. Like she has this mentality where, well, I may have done my stuff, but I've never, I'm saying, been addicted. Like she kind of comes off that way. And like even in the next episode, she is telling someone randomly that she just got out of prison as if she has this like freaking like, stamp of stay away from her type of mentality. And I'm like, ma'am, like who the hell are you to judge someone? Like, who are you to judge someone? And that's my issue with her. She thinks she's better. And she thinks she's doing her a favor. And the reality is, if she has to pay rent and deal with your shit and sit up there and do stuff for you and clean your nasty, filthy house, you're really not doing her a favor. You're really not. Like, I don't know. She just looked like she just smells. She don't wash her hair. Her hair look greasy. She smokes. How do you have an amputated leg and you're still smoking? Didn't she lose that leg because of diabetes or something like that? To still be smoking and she's not trying to watch what she eats. She got an addiction too. See, a lot of people think that a substance addiction, there's a food addiction too, damn it. And food can sit up there and unalive you just like anything else. So you ain't got no damn judgment. Hell, I've been a food addict. Shit, I still am. I'm hungry now. Shit. But anyways, look, you ain't nobody to be judging nobody. That's all I got to say. He's still at work. Nene, I forgot about him. He constantly working doubles. I think her car was at her brother's house. I thought she ended up getting that car. No? She didn't end up getting that car? I thought she ended up getting it. Like, because I mean, she's been there for a minute. They just said that she couldn't get it that day when she first got out. I'm going to assume that she had her car because I don't think that Cindy will allow her to use her car if Cindy even has a car. I'm getting vibes that Cindy may not even have a car. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We all got vices. So, I understand that some vices, of course, are stronger than others. I don't know if people would necessarily, do strange things for food, but hell, you just never know. But at the same time, a vice is a vice. An addiction is an addiction. So who are you? Hell, and she got a cigarette addiction too. She smokes cigarettes. I'm sure she sit up there and spend a lot of money on them cigs. Cindy has that cig in her mouth all the time, and I'm sure the doctor, thank you. Because if I'm not mistaken, she said her leg was amputated because she wasn't feeling good. And I think it was because of diabetes. That's the last thing you want to do is to smoke on top of that and cut off your circulation even more. Like, what the hell is going on here? So that's what I'm saying. She's coming off at Jennifer like Jennifer is beneath her because of her substance issues. Baby, you got an addiction too. I'm an ice cream addict. I used to be an ice cream addict, but I think I'm becoming lactose intolerant. And I think we all can develop that. You know what I mean? I think I am. I have the munchies. Everyone grab a snack. Child, saying I'm hungry now. Shit. Don't threaten me with a mango sorbet and vanilla ice cream. Good time. Oh yeah, mango sorbet is so good. I'm trying to go and they could just scoop me out. Look, y'all. See, you see what I'm saying? We all got vices. So who are you to judge someone? Especially when I can see if she's been a victim of Jennifer's nonsense, but she hasn't. She hasn't. It's like once she found out what she was in there for, she wanted to act like her PO. Sweetheart, this is why you don't have any friends. Like, this is why you don't have any friends. This is why you are the way that you are. Your only friend is your dog. And the dog looked like he was happy to see Jennifer more than he was happy to see his own mama. So there. So yeah, so at the end of the day, she allows Jennifer to come back and she tries to tell Jennifer, if you get stressed out or if you get overwhelmed, please let me know. She can't be honest with you. You gonna padlock her in that damn room. She can't be honest with you. I guess that's why she came up with that plan so she can get some fresh air, because she probably feel like if she's honest with you, you about to do a misery move. You about to throw her down a basement or you about to get a sledgehammer. You know what I'm saying? And for people who have seen that movie, they know what I'm talking about. So that's probably why she's scared to be honest with you. Yes, like this live. Thank you, Yuli. Like this live. Yes, that poor dog. That poor dog looks so happy to see Jennifer. Like, oh my gosh, I am so happy to see you. Because look, that dog probably don't get walks. That dog don't probably get no fresh air. Don't do nothing. Absolutely nothing. Dealing with, and then got to deal with that smoke too. Whew, child. Sydney definitely don't look clean. I think she's doing a Jason. I think she worse than Jason. I think she worse than Jason. Because when you think about it, like, because I don't know, like, I don't know how that setup would be. She seemed like she takes bird baths probably on a day-to-day basis. Like seriously, like I just, I mean, Jennifer probably takes the dog out and feel him. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure that dog was happy to see her. Immediately happy to see her. So the fact that is I don't know, I don't like her attitude, and I don't like the fact that you sitting up there telling her business like that. Okay, granted, so what? She was in there, but it's almost like she's trying to make Jennifer feel like she is beneath, like you are beneath me because you have had this issue and because you've been in prison. Like, absolutely not. It was. My ankle started to hurt every time you mention it for real. But I'm just saying, that's what she gives me vibes of. She does. She gives me vibes. Cindy looked like she can't reach her armpit. You leave. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't be shocked if Jennifer has to help bathe her too. I just wouldn't be shocked. Like, she gives me vibes of my 600-pound life, and she ain't even 600 pounds. Like, she needs help with all of that. She needs the baby powder. She needs all of that to help her. And it's sad because, look, I understand that one of her legs is amputated, but we have people out here who have a leg amputated and they can still function. She can't function because she got a hoarder house. That's what that is. She can't function because she got a hoarder house. She's miserable, and misery needs company. That's just what it is. How's she going to bathe herself? Bird baths for real. That's probably why she didn't mind Jennifer coming back. Exactly. It's true. Hi, Psych Awakens. Hello. She's wearing a tie-dyed car cover. Oh my gosh. Are you new to the channel? Yeah. Do you see this? She is wearing a tie-dye car cover. Oh my gosh. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Exactly. She needs a maid and a CNA. She does. She may need to move to a town that got more than like 60 people. If we see Dr. Now, I'm done. Oh my God. Dr. Now, oh my gosh, would tear her up. He would tear her up. He would tear, especially finding out she got an amputated leg and she's smoking too. Oh, he would tear her up. And I could definitely see her being one who would sit up there and get on her freaking scooter and get her ass out of there, cussing him out because he's telling her the truth. Oh my gosh. Yes. Welcome to the channel. Ooh, we be having these moments when people come in clowning and it sets me back because y'all be having me hollering, said a car cover. I cannot. Dr. Now will send her back for real. Oh my gosh. So yeah, so here's the thing, you guys. Like I said, this was a lackluster filler episode. Baby, next week though, let me repeat it again. Baby, next week though, OMG, y'all get ready. Get ready to literally like lose your shit because next episode looks so good. Now I'm going to be pissed off if they do this trailer that they did and make it seem like the next episode is going to be really good and it's not that good, because they real quick to do that. But based on what we saw, it's about to be juicy. Almost every person either missing or losing their mind next episode and going off. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Your place is better than Skid Row City. I want to see Mark get yelled at by, for real. And how do y'all feel about that she always be asking where he is? Like, is she supposed to know his whereabouts? Get ready, y'all, next week, for real. I do not. I used to watch it, but I'm kind of over that show to do reviews on it, to be quite honest. And I think also because so many people do reviews, it is what it is. But I haven't watched this episode. The last time I watched it, when there was a black guy who kept going in, he went in like twice or whatever. And the CO told everyone that he was a part of that show. That was the last one. I can't remember that. That was a couple years ago. I'm eating, y'all. Look at you bragging about eating. Next week is going to be good. Very good. Very good. Thank you. Because if they fool us, you already know I'm about to give them the Chris special next week. We all going to be going off together. So I'm hoping it's good, because this episode was just all right. I was able to finish this in less than an hour. And typically we be on here for an hour or longer doing Inmate to Roommate, but it wasn't that good this week. 60 Days is kind of dry this season. Annalisa should know, because if parole rolls, okay. I didn't know if she has to know that or she just being an ass. I don't know. Because this is my first season, so I don't know if when they stay there, they have to always know their whereabouts. Because to me, if that's the case, I could see her already calling on his ass the way that he be acting. Like the way that, he'd be like, wait, what you mean? What you mean? Or whatever. Can you get out of my room? I don't put it past her to call PO in a heartbeat and be like, he was gone for 3 days. I don't know where he was. Y'all need to come get him. I can't get in 60 days and the clips look good. And freaking Veda looks so happy to see him. Veda want a friend. Veda, I'm convinced, wants a friend. After 3 days of that man disappearing and you talking about something, hey, how you doing, Mark? Hell no. Where the hell you been? What the hell you done got into? I think so, Yuli. Those two white girls gonna last though. Plus, it's her house. The hell I would look like to know. Yeah, I feel you on that. I think they are narrowing the inmates and roommates down. Are we done seeing Devin? I don't know. I don't know how it worked the last season too. Did they dwindle people down during the season? Because I already know that guy who has to stay in prison now. It's no point of seeing them anymore. So maybe Fabian needs to tap out before he catches a real charge. Veda needs a dog, a pit bull. He does, because he looking at Mark like that's his friend. Like he ain't got no friends. Oh, y'all talking about 60 days in. I think Devin is done. Okay, so you think, because you watched the last season, so you think he's done. We're not going to see him anymore? Good. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see his sister. I liked Kathy and Devin, though, but Devin, Kathy and Daniel. Daniel kind of makes me feel bad because you can tell that his health is not the best. He makes me nervous. I think he need to get off of this show for health reasons. To give Veda some masculinity. Yuli said Veda needs a pit bull to give him some masculinity. Well, definitely based on the freaking dog poop that we saw the last episode or episode before that, they ain't got no pit bull. They got a small little dog for sure. I don't think they did last season. Yes, once they are no longer with the roommate, their story is over. Got it. Okay, well then, bye-bye, Devin. Shit. I'm sure they're going to give us an update on him probably at the end of this season, but bye, because I was over it. Annalisa looks like Oprah from The Color Purple, and Veda reminds me of Mr. Okay, we got a new crew member here. Oh my gosh, cutting up. Oh. Welcome. I hope are you going to be here next week? Are you going to be here next week? Welcome. You should definitely come. If you only watch this show that I review, please come back next week because you're hilarious. We might not have many more episodes left. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm curious to see for sure. I would like to see someone have a job. No one has no one has a job yet. Have you noticed that? None of them have a job. Can we see one of them, at a drive-through or something, showing that they trying to move forward in life? Maybe, possibly, huh? Just a smidge. I don't know. Yeah, they are fitting in perfectly. I'll be back. Good. Good. Yes, Miss Sophia, put the picture up. I gotta find a good comparison picture. Miss Sophia, for real. For real. You told Vader to beat me. That's exactly what that is. That's what it is. She's Miss Sophia and Vader is Hoppo. He just a bigger Hoppo. Welcome. Please return her. Oh, yeah. Love After Lockup is coming too. So definitely, I don't think they will get jobs because last season, I don't think they did. Well, that sucks. That's probably why they losing their mind. They bored as hell. They need to do something productive. But yeah, you guys. So that was the end of the episode. Like I said, I give it a D. But next week, we'll be back at it. It's going to be quite interesting. I'll either do Friday night or I will do Saturday. It really depends. I think I got a lot of stuff to do Saturday. So it may be Saturday evening. If not, it'll be Friday evening. Exactly. All my life, I had to fight. I had to fight my brothers. I had to fight my uncles. Oh, girl ain't chill. Look, I'm trying to do the whole skit. But yes, Miss Sophia. But with that being said, you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Have a wonderful, wonderful time. I don't know if some of y'all still eating barbecue because I know a lot of y'all was cooking up a storm. Lansky about to steal a plate from his neighbors. While the ambulance is there, you may want to go in the backyard while the ambulance is there and get you a plate and sneak right back out. They probably won't know that you even came. I'm just saying. With that being said, you give it a D2. I think Mark is back. Oh, I hope not. But he probably is. He probably is. It is what it is, right? Have fun. I always have fun with y'all. Lansky got me wanting some cute for real. Hit that like button before y'all dip. Exactly. Thank you guys. So with that being said, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you on my next video. Toodles.